morning, my young artists. Today we are going for an adventure. We will immerse ourselves into the wonderland of Greek mythology to meet some very special characters which they call mythical creatures. Then later, after meeting them, our challenge is to pick out our favorite and draw or paint them using varied techniques that we can choose. There are various mythical creatures that are mentioned in the myths of ancient Greece. Each and every creature has its own purpose in the myths and stories. They are featuring with their abilities and powers. Most of these mythical creatures are closely related to heroes and are often sent by the leaders to perform a certain task, such as protecting someone or something, or just the opposite, to terrorize something or someone. Some of them were violent towards everyone, attacking and terrorizing nearby lands. Some only engaged in a battle when their task was compromised, while others were peaceful creatures, often interacting with humans by serving or helping them. Greek mythological creatures were divided into 5 family groups, which are based on same or similar features and characteristics. The automatons. Automatons were creatures crafted out of metal. In other words, they were self-operating machines or robots were created by Hephaestus. An example of an automaton is the Caucasian eagle, a gigantic eagle sent by Zeus to Mount Caucasus. It was described as an automaton made out of bronze by Hephaestus or a son of Echidna. Next are the dragons. Dragons were giant serpents, usually possessing deadly venom or multiple heads. An example of this is the Colchian dragon, a never-sleeping dragon which guarded the golden fleece in Colchis. And we have the giants. The giants were a class of extremely large and often monstrous men who were closely related to the heroes. Example of these are the Cyclopes, a tribe of one-eyed giants who shepherded flocks of sheep on the island of Sicily. We also have the mythical animals. These animals possessed some fantastic supernatural attributes and abilities. An example is my favorite, Pegasus, a winged divide horse, usually referred as white in color. It was used by Perseus in his quest to rescue Andromeda. And finally, we have the mythical monsters. Greek myths include many monstrous beings. They also include undead monsters such as ghosts and demons. Examples of these are the Minotaur and the Gorgons. There are many more of these mythical creatures found between the pages of Greek mythology, but for now, let's pick our favorites and start drawing them. I'm going to draw Pegasus because he's my absolute favorite. Then Medusa, a Gorgon, and the Minotaur later. You may draw with me or you may create your own. In fact, you can absolutely invent your own monster with the combined attributes of the creatures. Now, I am going to paint my drawing using one of my classic techniques, which is oil pastel and crayon resist. First, I am going to retrace the pencil with a light colored oil pastel. You have to press hard on the pages as you need the color to be thick enough to withstand the watercolor later. Don't worry if the oil pastel or the crayon breaks, that means you're applying the right amount of pressure. Then, give your picture a wash of watercolor or diluted paint or diluted tempera. Your choice of shades and tints, and as you can see, the oil pastel resists the watercolor so that the outline of your drawing stand out even as you run the watercolor over it. Top tip, your watercolor shouldn't be too thick. Make sure to dilute it in a way that colors still show. Experiment on combining colors that will enhance your drawing. I hope you enjoyed creating with me. See you next lesson.